Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be showcasing the highest pit that we have been able to complete this season. Just figured I'd do one last video this season to kind of show how far we were able to get. Initially I started off with the hammered-in build, but as I started clearing these pits, it became pretty evident that the hammered-in build just wasn't quite cutting it in terms of damage, in terms of like survivability. Like there's definitely a ceiling to that build, and after a while it just, I went with this Clash build, which has been working pretty good. It's definitely not quite as powerful as some of the other builds that are out there, for other classes like Barbarian and Rogue and all of that, but I'm pretty satisfied with the results. Not too terrible, and it's been a fun experience so far, just being able to clear all these super powerful monsters in dungeons and such. So, let's see if we can time this one here. And the main thing that I've been finding is that as you get higher and higher into these, it's the elemental damage that really just starts to hit real hard. So the biggest thing was just upgrading some gems. So the gems seem to be like their own little mini game. It takes forever to upgrade them, like it really does. Like even though you get tons of like gem fragments all throughout the game, they just don't seem to be enough to actually max them out, which I found a little difficult, because it's like, you can spend your time just kind of farming dungeons that have, a drop chance for them over and over again, but it just seems like a very inefficient use of time. It's like, do you want to level, or do you want to, find all these gems? And yeah, so, we only got them up to a point. I got a few of the Herodric ones. Not the flawless Herodrics, because those take forever. But definitely made a difference to get at least the Emerald and the one against cold damage, and then the one against lightning damage as well, because these dungeons tend to have a lot of that all throughout, especially the bosses. You get those little minions too that do kind of like the bursting effects and such, that also have, usually it's like the electrical ones that'll just burst and do a ton of damage at you. So, but as you can see, we are clearing this pretty steadily. Just trying to keep up with the timer here and make sure we have enough cushion of time to actually clear the end boss. I find it best usually to skip areas where there's not a lot of packs, or to try to find the elites, like there. Oh, and those here's the little minions that'll burst right there. Those are definitely, you want to dodge them as much as you can, because they hurt quite a bit. Now, one thing I did find is I ended up switching more mobility spells for basically this spell, Condemn, which it essentially applies weakness and then also pulls enemies towards me, which, it does a stun as well, which is fairly useful for those types of encounters where you need just a little bit more time to interrupt the monsters. Alright, so it's like we have a bunch of barbarian looking dudes in here. So the other thing I found was very useful for this build was cooldown reduction. You basically get this giant loop of just wanting to spam Fortress over and over as quickly as possible, because that's the main source of your damage and a lot of your toughness too, actually. Like, it just anytime you start taking the green damage on your HP, it just it eliminates that. So pretty helpful. So we'll see what happens next season with the Paladin. I've heard they might nerf this particular variant of it, but the Zealot build might be, or at least from what people have said, it might be pretty powerful. But we'll see. It is literally right around the corner, so we shall soon find out. Alright, so let's try to find some more elite mobs here, because these are just the normal ones. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, gotta watch out for those orbs in this one. It's all that elemental damage. As soon as it comes out, it starts hurting. Alright. There we go, we got him. Alright. Let's try to move along here. Let's try to group them all together here. Oh, there's a elite here. This guy's just needs a little more focus and should. Yep, there we go. Alright, so moving along here. The other thing that they apparently are doing is nerfing the Signet of Pelgain, the one that does extra damage when the monsters freeze, so that's another thing that's gonna kind of nerf this particular build. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I have a feeling Barbarian's still going to be pretty strong. Rogue's going to be pretty strong. And I think Sorcerer, from what I've seen, is also going to be fairly strong. Druid as well, which is interesting. So I don't really see a whole lot of Druids, like when I'm out and about. Like there's certain classes you just don't see as often. I see tons of barbs, tons of sorks. I haven't seen a whole lot of rogues actually, which is interesting. Okay. We get more minions over here because these guys are taking a little bit. That's the useful thing about that spell, is you can kind of place the monsters where you want them, or at least, you know, move them along here. They're all separated like that. Oh. Looks like we got the dungeon boss. So we got 5 minutes to take him down. Here's the one thing. Once you get to the higher torments, you might need all 5 minutes to take him down. So. Oh, that is kind of annoying. They keep... And that's exactly why that was annoying. They landed right on that thing, and there was an elite pack right there as well. I kind of think of it, I think fire is the only resistance I don't have, like, a lot of. So this dungeon literally just got me with, like, the one resistance that I haven't, you know, put a lot of resources into. It's really kind of hit or miss, I suppose. Yeah, see, it doesn't even make sense. It's like, okay, so I got out of the circle. I'm coming back into the circle, and that seems to be when it actually gets you. Like, that's just no bueno. Yeah, regrettably, all of that seems to indicate that we will not be timing this one, because this guy's definitely going to take more than 3 minutes to take down, that's for sure. And so it is a little bit RNG dependent, unless you have like all of your stats, you know, boosted up, or all of your defenses boosted up. If you have one that's kind of down and the end boss happens to be of that particular elemental damage, then yeah, that's a pretty big disadvantage. Because if this was a poison boss, or if it was like a lightning boss, or even one with frost, I'd be okay right now. But anyway, let's see. The other thing that doesn't really help Paladin is using Mad Idol. That makes it so you're basically constantly losing HP. And so definitely doesn't help. See, and it was only when it was doing those giant novas over and over. I almost wonder if it wasn't even... It might have not even have been the boss. It might have been those elites that were over here that were casting those novas, which is really unfortunate. Like, let me see. So you already kind of failed this one, so I bet it was these guys. Yep, it totally was. It was totally those elites. It wasn't even the boss. It was these elites right here. Jeez. Well, that was extraordinarily unlucky. Oh, yep. GG. Anyway. So, let's try that one again, shall we? Hopefully this time we don't get a pack that's like... got the one thing that can actually immediately destroy us. Let's see if it makes a difference here. Okay. Let's move right along here. Let's try to find... Yep, there we go. Gonna say I need to try to find... Oh! Well, if it isn't our nemesis there. From the last one. I think that's most annoying about that one too, is it? They often spawn it like right in the middle of your fortress too, so you can't even stay inside of it. Very, very not ideal for us. For sure. Alright. Alright, so let's try to bring this guy along, or find some more friends here, because otherwise this is gonna take a while. There we go. Alright, so need to find some more of those. Oh, it's like we're gonna have to pause and heal here. It's okay, we got a pretty good amount of minions, though there is an elite somewhere. There we go. Oh, it's the other ones. It's like a pretty predictable rotation of like things you'll encounter in the pit here. I feel like I haven't encountered like unkillable affix combinations. Like I remember in Diablo 3, pretty sure it was Diablo 3, where some of these could spawn with like basically unkillable combinations of like, it would be like Waller, and like it would have the spinning laser things, and then it would like become immune or something. Like it could just spawn the most like broken affix combinations that were so hard to beat. At least we don't have that here, but doesn't mean they are not without their challenges, for sure. Especially in the higher torments or higher pit levels here. Alright, so need to find some elite friends, because those are the ones that are gonna get us the most amount of time here. Alright, there we go. Oh, it's got the little chain thing. Oh no. We got the electricals too. Oof. I think it's voltaics, I think is what they're called. The ones that that burst with electrical. Yikes. Alright, there we go. Need to make up some more time here, so we're just gonna move along. Let's see what we got. Oh, found the elites. The other thing that I think would be more helpful this next season is if, or just at any point in time in general, is if they could make it easier to find the max level aspects, because there's definitely been a certain amount of aspects that I've been searching for up and down, haven't been able to find. I'm not sure why. Yeah, I've been doing tides, I've been doing upgrading rares to legendary, and yeah, no luck. I understand there's, you know, a lot of it is RNG, but if your build is built around a particular aspect and you just can never find it, it does feel a little like, yeah, this is, I don't know where to continue to find this, or if it's going to be a very, very long and unpredictable RNG roll. And I mean, I get it. The game is supposed to be, you know, some RNG, that's what keeps it exciting, but I feel for like aspects which are like kind of a, I would say, basic part of the end game. You know, they really should make them a little easier to find, or at least have some sort of RNG protection for them, because, you know, if your build is built around them, then it's like, if you just can't find the max level, then, you know, you just can't get to that that level that you want. Like, I think the one that I'm primarily missing is I think the last level of Glynn's aspect, or Glynn's anvil. And then also, I think I recently found the last level of Moonrise. But, you know, when you get to these levels, any additional, you know, benefit can help. Any additional level to those is very, very helpful. Alright, so we are approaching the timer for the boss. Let's see if we can get rid of both of these packs here, because it's like they piled up on each other here. Oh. And so this time, getting a little chaotic here. Just gonna try to get rid of, well, actually no, I'm just gonna target the boss. Or the Guardian here. Let's target the Guardian, because those will just go down on their own. And we need as much time as possible on the Guardian himself. So we got 5.5 minutes. We should be able to do it. Alright, looks like we're at the first checkpoint there. Oh. Yeah, not standing that. As while we do have resistances, they will only take you so far. Still gotta dodge the mechanics here. Oh. Thank you, Ray here. Ray here's great. He saves my butt so many times. Alright, so... Oh! That was close. There we go! Woohoo! And as you can see, definitely, you know, a little bit of luck there. Oh, looks like we got one of the extra ones here. That's interesting. He is very tanky. He's about as tanky as one of the normal bosses in here. Jeez. Well, at least there's no timer, so just gotta stay alive and slowly but surely. Oh. It's like having to defeat the Guardian again. All over again. Oh no. Got stuck there for a sec. I gotta break the thing you put in the middle there. Alright, so almost there. There we go. Alright, well, I guess now we can try to do some upgrades here. Let's see. Looks like they're all at 45, so... Alright, we got 2 of them at least. So that's good. Alright, so there's that. So now we're gonna just for funsies, we're going to go up one level and see if we are able to clear the next level. As you saw there was quite a bit of time left on that timer. So, I have a feeling that it might be close. Got like an extra minute or two. I think it really just has to do with being lucky with the affixes that the minions have and all that. Alright, so let's give that next one a try here. So let's go up to 134 and see how we do. Okay. Let's just try against these regular ones here. Oh, actually, no, we found some elites already. Alright. I don't know why, but there's been a lot of lag from the server today. I almost wonder it's because they're updating stuff for the next season. That's just my guess. Yeah, every once in a while you'll just start to lag randomly. Definitely doesn't help when you're trying to clear these dungeons for sure. So anyway, let's move right along here. There we go. Oh. Tornadoes are not my favorite. There we go. Oh, that guy's ginormous. Jeez. Alright, well, let's move along here. Alright. Almost there. Alright, we're just gonna move along here. We have a comfortable lead. Let's make sure we use it for something productive here. Alright. Oh! Oh boy. There's like 3 of them there. Wow. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to kite back a little bit, because that is a lot. Quite the challenge indeed. Now we have those... a little bit of everything, it looks like. We got poison, we got fire, we got all sorts of stuff in that tunnel there. Whew. Definitely not a fan of that. Alright. Try to at least move them this way. Ah, come on! Ah, and we were doing so well too. It's just like, and I think the trickiest part about that thing is like it looks like it's done, and so that's why, you know, my instinct is to run in, but it's like it's got just like one split second where it's still able to do damage, and it just like, yeah, it just does a ton. Unfortunate, but let's see. Maybe we can recover. I'm not sure. There are like 3 packs of elites like right there stacked on top of each other, so we can get through them. Might be able to catch up on time. Gotta go. Maybe the best course of action is just to keep them over there and keep bouncing between one side and the other. Use the barrier here to split them up a little bit. Not the most ideal tactic, but it might work. Let's see. See, we're getting there. I don't know if we'll have enough time to beat the boss, but in theory, maybe. Just maybe. Oh, that is definitely not fun. I need to be able to see things. Almost there, almost there. There we go. Alright, so we got through that. Let's just head on to the next level here. See how we do. Oh. I always get caught by that turn, too. It seems like it would be a way through, but it's not. Alright. So now... there we go. See if this dungeon decides to pack 3 elites like close to each other. Immediately close to each other, just like the last one. Oh. Gotta go. Well, it didn't do 3, but it did do 2 of them. Got this voltaic guy right here that I didn't even see, to be honest. Well, let's see if we can get something else here. Well, yeah, actually, we might just want to take care of these here, because I have a feeling the boss is going to spawn right when I get this guy down here. So, if not, it'll be real close. He's got like all the things too. Mortar, Executioner, Debilitating Storm, Unstoppable. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's see how this goes. Right. I got almost 4 minutes left. Maybe. Just gotta keep focused here. Alright, got the first check mark here. Or checkpoint, rather. It's gonna be close. Oh, wow. Actually made great progress there. Why, thank you right here. You are the best. You always have my back. Alright. 2 minutes. Let's see what we can do. Woohoo! There we go. And that is officially, I believe, the highest pit we've been able to complete. Not a bad way to end the season, right? Alright, let's see what we got. 45%, 55, so... Oh, we got a successful one. Fail. Fail again. Fail again. Come on. Jeez. Alright, so... Let's see what we got here. Probably have a pretty expensive repair bill. It wasn't too bad. Let's go pick up the rest of the stuff we have remaining here. But either way, a 134 pit run, not bad. Not bad at all. And, you know, I don't know life this game, so I do not have the best gear, but you know, to be able to get to 134 with decent gear, I think is pretty good. So let me just try 135 while we're at it. You know, why not? We'll see how we do there. Obviously, it's going to be more difficult, but I think we'll be able to tell within the first few packs if we're going to be able to clear it or not. All right. Oof. I see what it is. It's the fire ones. Fire enchanted executioner. I might have to kite this guy a little bit because he's definitely very tanky. Very tanky indeed. Yeah, let me try to find some more. Just gonna try to pull him this way. My wolves are entertaining him here, so. Oh. Come on over, guys. Man, something keeps freezing me. There he goes. Alright, not doing great on time there, but we'll see. Alright, let's go try to find some more over here, because these are just normal. Oh, there's a shrine over here. Alright. Oh, great. We have a butcher. Well, at least we have a lot of time, but I don't know. We'll see. The last few times we've tried to do the butcher in this level, or at the high pit level, did not go so well for us, so let's see. It's really, when he goes berserk like that, you'd have to kind of kite him a little bit, because it's really hard. Yep. Yeah, I definitely feel like they made him just crazy tanky. Just like incredibly tanky for no reason. Well, we tried, guys. We tried. But like I said before, I'm happy. I think making it to 134 with, you know, a class that didn't get as much love as the other ones this season, which is ironic because, you know, supposedly, you know, even though it's been out for a while now, it was new this season, so you'd think they would give it a little more love than it did, but it's been fun. I definitely got a lot farther than I thought I would, so. But yeah. Like I said, the next season's right around the corner, so hopefully it goes well for us, and we're able to make it to higher pit levels then. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining along in my journey here, and stay tuned for more. We'll see if we can make it up to even higher pit levels in Season 14 of Diablo 4. Until next time, my friends.